All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Coming up, we have the ladies division here at the Diamond in the Desert. Getting ready to kick things off. Going to be an interesting competition here with the ladies because we are going to run into the night. So we got the lights on. It'll be interesting because it's my first broadcast at night. So we'll see how that goes. All right, we got 12 ladies in the field today, and they will be doing same as the amateurs and the seniors did earlier today. We'll be doing a 16-player round robin where they're hit 5 times, awarded points for each set. If you come in first, you get 200 points. Second, you get 100 points. Third gets 50 points. Fourth gets 25 points. And if you go OB, you get 0 points. At the end of the 5 sets, we'll tally up all the points. And the top 8 will move on to where we will go 4 for 2. So the 4 players will hit, and the top 2 will advance. And then the next 4 will hit, and the top 2 advance, which will give us our final 4. And then from there, we'll hit one more time. You want to? Well, I can't go over there, so she won't be able to hear me. That ain't gonna start the clock. That ain't gonna work. Would you over there? Well, because we'll be talking over each other. All right. Sorting some things out. Ryan was asking if I wanted him on the mic with me. I was like, it's not really going to work with him way over there. But in slot 1, to get us started off, we're going to have Kanani Lodge. And slot 2 is going to be Monica Borowitz. Slot 3 is going to be Phyllis Meddy. And then we'll have a ghost player in slot 4. It's always important, of course, to get one inbounds no matter what. But it's especially important to get one inbounds with only 3 players on the tee box, because if you get one inbounds, you automatically come in 3rd place because the ghost player gets 0. So Kanani wasting no time. Players have 2.5 minutes to hit 6 golf balls, and as you saw there, Kanani likes to set up and get ready to where she can hit her first ball as quickly as possible to give herself as much time as she possibly can. You can see there in the top right, we'll have our live score. And so as the scores are called back, we'll be able to see the yardages. And of course, all yardages are estimates until the end of the round, where we can get the confirmed yardages, should there need to be any. Anything inside 6 inches is deemed a tie. And in the points format, if 2 players were to tie, they would split the points for the 2 positions that they were tied for. So in this case, it would be they would split 2nd and 3rd place points. In the event of a tie that is, say, like an elimination round, they would actually have to go into a 3-ball playoff, unless, of course, it's for the championship, and then we would go into a 6-ball playoff. So getting a little reaction from Monica there. So we have a close one here at the first set with Kanani at 332 and Phyllis Meddy at 330. Still waiting on some numbers from Monica. All right. Okay, we got a 315 for Monica on the board. And Phyllis would 4 or 5 of her first balls in the grid, which is always beneficial to hit as many balls in the grid as you can because it is long drive. It is similar to golf where you are, kind of at the mercy of the grid and how things bounce. So getting those extra balls in the grid obviously gives you more of a chance to get that friendly bounce and hopefully put up a good number. Still waiting on the confirmations of the rest of Monica's shots, but it looks like Phyllis Meddy is going to take the first set with her 337, giving her 200 points. If Kanai took second, that would give her 100, and then Monica would get the 50. Okay, so Monica comes in with a 315 confirmed. So it gives her third place at 50 points. All right, coming up for this second set, we have Mary Driscoll in slot 1, Melissa Steck in slot 2, and Allie Mulhall in slot 3, and then another ghost player in slot 4. And today was an absolutely beautiful day. You can see the Callaway flags there in the background kind of blowing towards us here in the booth. It's kind of how it's been all day. Not too much variance in the wind, about 95 degrees, not a single cloud in the sky. So it was rather hot. But now that the sun has gone behind the mesa, it actually feels pretty good. Got a little bit of a crowd reaction for Allie there in slot 3. Starting us off strong. We have a 285 on the board for Mary Driscoll. Still waiting on any numbers for Melissa. All right, so we now have a 259 on the board from Melissa Steck. Still waiting to hear some numbers for Allie. 277. And we're getting reactions on just about every ball from Allie, so wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more numbers in the grid there. Yeah, and they're starting to come in now. Wow, a 299. Allie takes the lead. 292 from Mary Driscoll. Oh, and that has been updated for Allie to a 302. Wow. This is a tight group. Melissa not too happy with that one. Kind of a one-handed finish there. All right. Oh, Mary's still got a ball. Probably a little rush there as the time is running out, but let's just switch back to the down the line here so we can see the numbers in the sky there. Last ball for Melissa. All right. That looks like it's going to do it. So Mary takes the lead after that last ball with a 306. Still waiting on the last two balls for Allie. Switch back to the front. Let me. Jeff, how hard would it be to change the colors again? To black or something? Because when I'm on this view, I can't see them there because of the sky there. Hey. All right, so Mary Driscoll took first in that one, followed by Allie and Melissa. Up on the tee box now in slot 1, we have Kelly Rudney. And in slot 2, we have Macy Radcliffe and Savannah Meyer Clement in slot 3. And Ghost Player again in slot 4. Maybe. I'm worried about blue. All right. We're going to try to get the colors in the top right changed. That way, hopefully, get a little bit better contrast. Looks like Kelly Rudney started us off with a 298. And Savannah with a 283. Right. All right. Kelly was our winner our last event there in Hope Sound. She faced Gabby Powell in the finals. And Gabby actually had the longest ball of the day up until the finals, and Kelly was able to take the longest ball and the victory. All right. So Kelly with a 312, a 255 for Macy, and still sitting at 285 for Savannah. All right. All right. Still waiting on the last two balls for Savannah, but it looks like Kelly's going to take the set with a 312, followed by Savannah with the 285, and then Macy with the 260. All right. Coming to the tee box. Now we have Devin Casaza in slot 1 and Samina Sachs in slot 2, and then Stephanie Hartline in slot 3. A little shout out to her father, John Hartline, the owner of Tornado Tee. John's one of our longtime sponsors. And it's more like not even close. Absolutely the most popular tee in long drive. Second place is, I couldn't even tell you. It's but they're way behind. John has a monopoly on long drive tees. All right, looks like Devin's first number's on board with a 302. Still waiting on a callback for Samina and Stephanie. All right, so Stephanie Hartline on the board with a 240 to get us started off. And Samina Sachs with a 280-yard drive. All right. All right. All right, so it looks like Devin Kazaza is going to take that set with a 311, followed by Samina with 280, and Stephanie Hartline at 240. All right. All right, and that finished off our first round. So to get us started on the second round, again, these ladies will hit 5 rounds. They rotate T slots each round. But of course, there's only 4 T slots, so there is a chance that they'll hit in one slot twice. On the tee box now in slot 1, we've got Macy Radcliffe, Mary Driscoll in slot 2. The Ghost has now moved to slot 3, and Phyllis Mehta here in slot 4. All right. Pull up the scoreboard real quick. After one, well, it would show the second half. As I was trying to get a quick quick flash of the scoreboard, but scoreboard will come in handy later as things start to get towards the end, where we can kind of start making some guesses as to how things are going to play out. Right now, obviously, it just follows how the sets went. So if you won the set in round 1, obviously you're at the top of the leaderboard, tied for first place. So, for example, both Phyllis and Mary won their sets, so they are both tied at 200 points right now. This is an important set, I guess you could say, because both of them winning their first sets. Second place is obviously only worth 100 points, so it's nice to get that extra 100 points for the win. All right, so Phyllis here at 326 and Mary at 306. Still waiting on a number for Maisie. All right, so Macy now on the board with a 255. Doesn't look like Mary was too happy with the last one, so. And Maisie's already hit all 6 of her balls, so it looks like Phyllis is going to take first with a 326, unless, of course, she builds on that. Then Mary comes in second with a 306, followed by Maisie at 255. All right. On the tee box now, we've got Melissa Steck in slot 1, Kelly Rudney in slot 2, the Ghost in 3, and Stephanie Hartline in slot 4. Oh, look at that. Phyllis was able to build on her lead. That comes in with a 335. Still waiting on her 6th and final number. Oh, that was the 335. Okay. Quick peek at the scoreboard here. Like I said, they're just going to basically follow the results from round 1. But Phyllis winning both her sets. She's sitting at the top at 400 points. Mary Driscoll right behind her with 300. Kelly Rudney's on the tee box now. And like I said, we're only in the second round. We still have to finish this round and then 3 more full rounds. Things will start to heat up towards the 4th round, where we can kind of start feeling the tension and see how things are going to have to play out. Start taking some guesses. Right now, it's really just about making sure to still kind of get loose, get the nerves out, put balls in play, and just kind of get a feel for how things are going. The wind is not too much of a factor today. So there's kind of I would say a premium on hitting more balls in play to hopefully get that friendly bounce that you're looking for. All right. Still no marks on the board just yet. All right, so we have a 297 for Kelly in slot 2. Stephanie's ball ended up falling off the tee there, so she's have to take a moment and reset. Still haven't got any numbers for Stephanie in slot 4. Her ball color doesn't want to submit. So the way it works, behind each player, We have a ball caller, which has a radio that radios to the grid workers an approximate location as to where the ball is going to be so that they can hopefully give us back a yardage. And as we get the estimates from the grid, those go into a tablet. And when they submit the callback into the tablet, we then get the updated score. So if we have a, say, our grid or our ball caller in slot 4 not submit any numbers, we don't get any scores. And then we get them all at one time. And as you can see, it looks like Stephanie had no marks that set. So Kelly's going to take it with a 297. And then no marks for Melissa Steck and Stephanie. So they will get 0 points each. And with a ghost player, 0 points is, it feels, I mean, it's a mistake. Let's call it for what it is. It's a mistake. Because with a ghost player on the tee box, just getting a ball in the grid gives you an automatic third place, which is 50 points. And in the points format, 25 points is typically the deciding factor. So 50 points is huge. All right, so now on the tee box in slot 1, we have Monica Borowitz, Devin Casaza in slot 2, Ghost in slot 3, and then Savannah Meyer Clement in slot 4. Looks like Devin Casaza is on the board first with a 306. Yeah, he does. Get off at the same time. All right, now we have a 312 for Monica in slot 1. Looks like Devin wasn't too happy with that one, just based off her reaction. Quick to set up to the next one. All right, now we have a really close group here. Savannah coming in with a 309. Take a guess here and say Savannah's going to swing first. Nope. Exact same time. All right. So Devin coming in with a 322, which looks like it is going to take the set, followed by Monica at 312. Still waiting on numbers from slot 4. Devin with 5 of 6 balls in the grid. A 306, 279, 300, 322, and a 302. Let's pull up scoreboard real quick. All right, so my scoreboard's lagging a little bit behind on the points. But like I said, it's not really that important until we get, I'd say, at least halfway through the third round, start of the fourth round. So yeah, Devin takes a set, followed by Monica, and then Savannah coming in third. Tell you, again, Kanani does not waste any time, and even Allie was set up ready to go as soon as the clock started as well. So actually missed her first ball and her second ball. My tempo guessing game is not on point today. All right. So Samina Sachs in slot 1, Kanani Lodge in slot 2, coming in with a 316. Ghost in slot 3, and then Allie in slot 4. Allie's backswing kind of reminds me of John Rahm a little bit. Or I guess you could say the backswing's not quite as long as some of the others, but there's just so much explosiveness and power from the top of their backswing through the golf ball. So Kanani coming in at 316. And then looks like Allie is going to come in second with a 305. And then Samina at 379. Oh, 288 for Samina. All right, so this will be the start of the third round. As we take a look at our scoreboard here. So the two OB sets from Melissa and Stephanie could really be a determining factor in themselves with all the ghost players. 3 players currently sitting at top at 400 points for winning both round 1 and round 2. Right, and then we've got Mary Driscoll and Monaco at 4th and 5th, 300 and 150 points. I'll tell you, the scoreboard is quick to switch. All right, so on the tee box now, we've got Phyllis Meddy in slot 1. The Ghost is in slot 2. Kelly Rudney's in slot 3, and then we have Samina Sachs here in slot 4. See Samina there getting a good visualization of what she's intending to do here. Kind of reminds me of David Mobley. David Mobley's, at least in my opinion, one of the most visual competitors. Really takes his time. Samina kind of seems to do the same thing where they get behind the ball and they really visualize what they're trying to do with each shot. So Kanani did end up taking that with 316, and then Allie coming in second with 305. And then Samina with a 288, third place. And Samina right back on the tee box, which does happen from time to time. Players will get to hit 12 golf balls right back to back, or 6 golf balls right back to back for 12. So some players like that. They like to get in a rhythm, go ahead and hit 12 golf balls, and other players not so much. Personally, I think it depends on how I'm doing. If I'm hitting the ball bad, I kind of want to take a minute. But I guess if you're hitting the ball well and you kind of want to just get up there and rip them. B squared has entered the building, ladies and gentlemen. Samurai 21.
Yeah.
You had to go catch your own sushi?
Yeah, there was like 30 of us there. But yeah, that took a little bit longer than expected. How's everything going?
Good. Moving right along. Nice and quick.
Very similar setup to Hobe Sound. 12 girls, round robin, take top 8. All right.
Ladies seem to be a little bit quicker paced than the guys. I guess they don't like to waste too much time. Guys like to mope around and kind of be a little sluggish on the tee box sometimes.
It's nice to see Phyllis Meddy back. It's I mean, she's was in the prime of her career.
Yeah.
She even took time off. And her and Sandra, combined have 8 world championships, and Phyllis has hit the farthest balls ever in the sport. And in Phoenix, she went 4-13, I believe, at Auction. And really cool to see her and Sandra and Troy Mullins and Chloe go 400 in Denver, 2017. That was just a good tournament in general. I mean, everybody was hitting bombs in. It was on television. Guys going 485 in the open division. Maurice ended up winning that one. Maurice is back as well. He hadn't seen him since 2019, so it'll be nice to see Maurice back on the tee box. I know he's healthier now, but Phyllis is just.
Speaking of the long
She's a
ball,
monster. 334.
Yep.
She's so good.
Currently has the longest of the day so far at 337. That was in her first round, set on the tee box.
It'll be fun to see her and Kanani. Obviously, both of them are very fast.
Yeah.
Very talented.
I think it'd be really good for Kanani. Again, Kanani got kind of started early, I think late 2019, early 2020, and then when COVID happened, it kind of put the brakes on her career. Yeah. So it's nice to see like Phyllis being able to get out here that way.
Yeah, I mean those are Clash of Titans right there. And like you said, Kanani just coming into the sport, but I remember watching a speed session with her, and I'm like, did she just go 192 miles per hour? Like it's just like. Yes. And I believe on Kyle's track, man, her highest ball speed was 196, and then you had to think like, can she potentially be the first woman to push the 200 mile per hour benchmark?
I think if COVID hadn't happened, I think for sure we would have seen at least one, if not many, 200 mile an hour ball speeds.
That's moving it. And it's nice to see, just the last couple events where women are coming in to compete, and the seniors as well. I mean, today the senior division, 22 hitters, and it was stout. I mean, you had 6 world champions in the field. So,
yeah, with travel finally starting to open back up, it's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, it's nice to see Devin Casaza back. She She's been, I believe she came runner-up in the first event here in Mesquite,
Yep.
and had a nice showing.
Yep.
At Hobe Sound as well. Yeah, this is nice under the lights. You can't beat this. This is really nice.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I dare say we might even catch a glimpse of a ball flight in the dark.
The good thing about being, I liked being behind, the guys earlier today with Martin. Take a couple slots. We'll pick 3 and 4. Take, Martin take slot 1 and 2, and really nice to see the ball flight. But today the high ball and the the Masters Senior Division was the flight, and Gavin is a master of that, hitting it high. It's fun to watch Mobley make some changes throughout the event, and he made a semifinal again. So Mobley's got to win a second and a T3.
Yeah.
But Gavin and Eddie put on a clinic as far as putting balls in play. He hit the last 11 out of 12 balls in play. So Devin Casaza, 314 yards to start off. It's nice to have the live scoring back. Ali Mulhall, amateur at 313. So she's those are some good numbers right now.
Oh yeah.
Not too much wind, a little bit left to right, but on the screen right now, it still says it's 96 degrees.
That's not true.
I don't believe it's 96 degrees. So, and a southwest wind. It was more west southwest earlier today. See who we got in the stands here. Who do we got? Come on here and talk with us. I'll go walk the grid. The grid and start interviewing people. Landon Gentry, how are you doing?
What's going on? Just out here under the lights for the first time in a couple years at the Mesquite Sports and Events Complex. Beautiful grid, best grid we hit on. So it's awesome. Got a little crowd going. It's not as hot, so we figured more people would come out and hang out and watch the ladies hit.
It's nice to see Phyllis back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been, for those of you who don't know, Phyllis is from New Zealand, so they've had some pretty tough restrictions with lockdowns and travel restrictions. So it's good to see her back and competing. She's definitely one of the better hitters in the ladies division, and always
one of the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. She's got 3 world champions. I wasn't trying to downplay her. I was just being modest.
It'll be nice to see her and Kanani match up because, they're very similar hitters. Kanani obviously doesn't have the resume just because she hasn't been doing it long enough. But first year she comes out the block, putting up 190 ball speed. You're like, oh, my gosh, this is special to watch. So it'll be fun to watch her later on. But, you ready for tomorrow?
We'll see. We'll see if the old legs can hang out and make it. It's going to be hot. They said I think it was like 100 or 101. So it'll be. I'll go home tonight and hydrate as much as possible. Definitely hydrate as much as possible. But it's going to be exciting. Yeah, I agree. Watching Kanani and obviously the two favorites in the field have got to be Kanani and Phyllis. I got a dark horse in Devin Casaza.
Yeah,
she's definitely puts a good move on the ball. So I like her as a dark horse. So we'll see what happens.
I talked to Landon Gentry, one of the owners of the PLDA, and said tip of the cap to everybody from PLDA to give us the opportunity. Well, one for me to sit in a booth and talk, which I've never done before, but it's nice to hit in Mesquite. This was built for lawn drive. Art Sillinger had a vision. Las Vegas Hall of Famer in the Golf Hall of Fame, and bringing us out to Mesquite. Got great golf courses, and they got great grids. Did you hit on the Palms before, right? Palms.
No, so I started I made it to Worlds 2 years after they basically built this. I've hit on the Palms before, but all the World Championships I've done have been here. So, but I've seen it, heard about it and all that stuff like that. So, tip of the cap, like Bobby said, to Art and having a vision in the city of Mesquite to actually, go get the grant and the money to build this facility, because it's honestly probably the most picturesque grid in the world. It's the best grid in the world. Bar none. Best tee box, best grid. So, can't ask for much more.
Well, there we go. Let's take a peek at the grid here. Who's on here? Let's take a peek here. Kanani Lodge is in slot number 3. Savannah Meyer Clement in slot number 1 here. Left-handed, getting after it. And Melissa Steck. So we got a number on the board at 290. Kanani has 300 points to start off the day. Kanani Lodge is the 2021 world champion in the women's division. Still working on a mark here. Melissa Steck right now is at 258 yards. Savannah at 290. Right down the middle. Slot number 1, Savannah Meyer Clement. So right now, Kanani has no balls in the grid. And Savannah lighting it up, putting a bunch of balls in play. 299. Oh, she did. All right, Kanani Lodge did get a ball in at 316 yards. So Kanani Lodge is going to take down the set at 316. She'll have 500 points, so she'll be in. See who we can interview out here. I don't even know how far this microphone can go. We're going to sit here with Ryan Riesbeck, one of the owners of the PLDA. Ryan, you've been out here for 12 hours. How you feeling?
I feel like a champ because I'm sitting down right now. It's been a long day, but this actually is really awesome. I think that being under the lights and have the live scoring going makes it a lot better. This is really enjoyable. Right, it's very pleasant right now, so it's a lot of fun. And these ladies are really good. I love watching the ladies division because they're all very close, and they put a lot of balls in play, so it's can be a lot of back and forth. So I think we're gonna. I mean, there's some good hitters. You know, we got obviously Phyllis, who's multiple-time world champion. Kanani is the defending world champion. Devin Casaz is a newcomer, but she's very long. Mary Driscoll right here.
Monica Borowitz, living legend, absolute legend, in slot number 4.
We got some newcomers too.
We do, yeah. No, it's nice. You know, I mean, like we said, we've built up the ladies division, or there's 12 competitors here again today, and then you had 22 in the senior division and 6 world champions. So that was nice to see. So let's feature Monica here. I'm gonna get a video of her. Monica now resides in the Dallas, Texas region of the world. This is a good look at this. Right down the middle. It's about 570 yards right there. That one's gonna go on Lawn Drivers for sure. That was a good one. You know what? Maybe if I get to this side, I'll get even a better video. But it doesn't get any better than that. The sun is setting here in Mesquite, Nevada. We are live for the 2022 Diamond in the Desert women's division. 12 girls entered. This is a round robin where 12 girls will go down to 8, and very similar to the senior division where you'll have 2 groups of quarterfinalists. Top 2 in each group goes down to the semis. 4 girls will be on the tee box, down to 2, and then you will have a champion. Like I said, nice to see Phyllis Meddy back, 3-time world champion. Ripped. All right, that one's going on Lawn Drivers too. All right, so we got Monica Borowitz at 304. Mary Driscoll at 306. Mary, a great hitter, has done extremely well as a professional in lawn drive. I believe that it's probably her 4th or 5th year. And then we have Stephanie Hartline here in slot number 1. Still working on a mark. Monica Borowitz at 306. Weather conditions right now, slight wind from left to right. Ooh, good ball from Mary Driscoll. Great ball. I like that ball flight. Nice little tight draw. You got a good crowd out today.
Yeah. This is what's nice about doing it at night is you get more people out, right?
Yep.
And like right now that it's very pleasant. It's a slight breeze. It's probably 75 degrees, 80 degrees. It's not very hot, but there's a lot more people right now than there was at any time throughout the day earlier. So when it was 97, not a lot of people are coming out and sit on the metal bleachers. So this is really nice.
All right, so we'll feature Devin Casaza here in slot number 4. Well, you got Phyllis Meddy. There she is. All right, you know what? Since we haven't seen her in 3 years, I gotta go over and watch Phyllis hit. All right, we'll do a quick update. Phyllis Meddy's in the lead at 600 points. Devin Casaza at 600 as well. Kanani Lodge, Mary Driscoll, Kelly Rudney, who ended up winning in Hobe Sound, is at 400. Ali Mulhall in 6th. Monica Borwitz in 7th. And Samina Sachs in 8th. So there's a couple girls tied at 250. It's going to be a little bit different as far as point structure just because there's a ghost player, so they're going to probably have a little bit more points. I would say 500, 550 is going to be safe. And they still have two more sets to go. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go get another microphone here and maybe start giving microphones to people over here, but I'm going to watch Phyllis Meddy in slot number 2. The 3-time world champion. All right, here we go. Get to watch. So right now they have 12 girls. So there's going to be a ghost player in every one of them. Points structure is 200 points for first, 100 points for second, and 50 points for third. Left. All right, so far right now, Obi left. It's going to be close. So right now we're sitting right behind Phyllis Meddy. Devin Casa's a big number right now at 319. So I'm trying to get a nice slow motion video of the 3-time world champion, Phyllis Meddy. Left, yeah. Yeah. We're sitting here with Mr. Little Ree's back right now trying ball calling, but Phyllis right now is no, it looked like it's close. It was Obi left. It was Obi left. All right, Devin Casaza still in the lead at 319. Phyllis Meddy working on a number. She has 36 seconds left and 3 golf balls. Big ball, Phyllis Meddy, right down the middle. Tight draw. This one's going to stay in play. Yep. So Phyllis Meddy on the last ball just hit a nice tight draw right down the middle. Now she's starting to straighten out just a little bit. This is a good ball. This is down the left center of the grid. Right now, Phyllis has the longest ball of the day in the 330s. Phyllis Meddy ended up. The 4th ball went 318, so Devin Casaza is still in the lead. Curious to see where that 2nd ball or that 5th ball went. I believe that she's probably going to be farther than 318. Ball number 5.
On deck, Savannah Meyer-Clemens, Samina Sachs, and Mary Driscoll.
Yeah. I think ball 5 is farther. It is? Yeah. They haven't gave a call back yet. 327? All right. So Phyllis Meddy's going to take down that set. It's nice to see her again. She ends up taking the set on the 5th ball. Just looking nice and smooth. Got a great swing. She's, like I said, 3-time world champ. So it's probably, I don't even know what time it is in Sweden right now, but I'm pretty sure that Sandra Karlborg is sleeping. So Sandra's got 5 world championships. But it'll be fun to see Phyllis and Kanani on a tee box here sooner than later. Headlining this group of 12 girls. Should probably give a microphone to someone else. Who can I put on the microphone? So this is the 4th set of our 4th round. We got Kelly Rudney here in slot number 4, who ended up winning in Hobe Sound, beating Gabby Powell. Internet sensation, Gabby Powell.
Allie Mulhall, she's local. Allie Mulhall here in slot number 2 in the green ball is a local competitor. Plays a lot of golf, good golfer, and she goes through her balls pretty rapidly here. I mean, she'll have like 45 seconds to a minute left.
I like it.
The first one was, I'm not wait for the second. Any balls in play there.
Yeah, Allie's not wasting any time pulling the trigger. She's got 2 balls right down the middle. I'm trying to find someone here in the stands that'll take a microphone and do this with me. But once again, we're in Mesquite, Nevada for the 2022 Diamond in the Desert Ladies Division Championship.
Left side, on the line,
Said Canada is coming full force here. They're like winning everything. They've been phenomenal. So Kelly Rudney ended up hitting a decent ball down the left side, but took up a lot of real estate left. So if she straightens that ball out with her flat cut, there you go.
Should be right inside the line.
She likes that one better, which I like it better as well. Just wonder if it's going to stay in. That one was hugging the line. And Allie Mulhall with a 314-yard drive. Really like I said, she pulls the trigger really fast. She's done. 40.
High hands at the top.
Yeah. I'm looking in the stands to see who I can give a microphone to.
Sorry, my guy is quite a bit old.
So we're waiting on Kelly Rudney's 5th ball.
Go ahead and pick him up. Give me a number on that one down the right side.
05.
Confirm 308 is the longest. 308 is long.
You know what? I'm going to give a microphone to Will Hogue, just because. I choose Will Hogue. What's going on? Yes.
What's up?
We got Will in the booth now. We're not even in the booth. We're just going to let it rip here.
Sweet.
How you feeling?
Feel pretty good, man. Recovering from a little bronchitis, but I feel all right.
Well, we're not kissing tonight then.
Why not? You don't want it?
Let's
I'll
say,
make it
Will,
worth the time.
you've won on this grid many a times. What is your favorite grid out here? We're talking to Will Hogue too. I believe like 2018, you ran everything besides.
Yeah, actually, that's the only time I've won in Mesquite was 2018. I've always done well here. That's the only time I've ever been able to finish it off. But this is my favorite grid. I mean, it will always be my favorite grid. The nostalgia of this place is always. I love coming to Mesquite. So,
Yep. No, you can't beat it. Not
it
even
is
Mexico, the 483-yard drive in
Mexico
Mexico.
was awesome. Memphis is obviously the grid that works the best for me. I've won that one 3 times. So But this is my favorite grid.
Shout out
probably.
to Spencer McDaniel as well. We have Marco Stello, who's coming out as well. Like, we hadn't seen him since 2019. There's a lot of guys we hadn't seen since COVID.
I know. It's awesome to see all the
Yeah.
guys out here. Maurice
Yeah,
Allen's out here
Maurice.
running around
Maurice
too.
is out here. I know he's working with Phyllis.
Yeah, it's good for me to see Phyllis out here and Monica and some of the girls back out that hadn't been out in a while either. So that's a plus.
All right, so we got Savannah Meyer Clement in slot number 1, Samina Sachs and Mary Driscoll. We'll give you an update here at next group when they come up as far as seedings go. But right now, like 550, 500 seems to be the bubble. But the girls that you expect to be there in the round of 8 will be there. And like I said, seeing Phyllis Meddy back on a tee box is awesome. And it's the first time, like, say, Kanani's going up against someone that's like.
I can't wait to see Phyllis and Kanani go at it.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I will. Yeah, Phyllis
fun
looks
to
good.
watch.
Phyllis looks great.
Oh,
I got Robbie. Robbie's coming over. I don't know if he can hear us. He's going to say that the generator might be making too much noise for the show. Nope. We're safe.
All right, cool.
We're safe. But anyways, yeah, it's nice to hit under the lights too. I mean,
Yeah, it's a nice addition.
yeah. I don't know if the guys we're gonna be able to get. I don't think it's gonna go under the lights tomorrow night, but
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's nice to actually see Mesquite under the lights again.
oh yeah.
I think the desert is beautiful anyway, especially out here. I love this area. I love the backdrop. I love all of it. But at night, it really jumps out.
Like right now, like I
big
said,
fan.
yeah, the Mesa. I mean, this is as good as it gets. I'm shooting videos while we're announcing, and I'm like, this is going to be some good content, for lawn drivers, what have you. And I probably should get more content.
I'll tell you, it's also nice to see we've actually got a pretty good crowd turnout.
Yeah, I mean, you
It's
said
kinda-
earlier
it's
there was
kinda
about.
nice.
I was like, I guesstimated about 36,412 billion. You
Yeah,
know,
of course.
yeah, somewhere in that ballpark, and it might be a little bit more than that.
A little bit more, yeah. I
But
think we've got the entire world's population out here.
in all seriousness, I think the largest crowd ever is at the One Stop Power Shop. There's normally about 493,000 chickens that attend that tournament.
It's true.
It is. They don't even
This is
pay
true.
admission. It's unbelievable. So, but
That's not true. They bob their head.
Mary Driscoll still in the lead at 308. Savannah Meyer Clement at 299 and Samina Sachs 288. But we talked about it last time, best dressed in the ladies division. I don't know. I mean, it feels like everybody's best dressed today.
I would agree
You
with
know?
that. They all look nice.
They bring the swag to the game,
So,
All right.
a couple of new faces in the women's division, I think, has been pretty interesting to watch.
Yep.
On deck to get us started on this 5th and final set will be Ali Moho, Savannah Meyer Clement, Stephanie Hartline.
All right, so this is the last group of the round of 4. So, as mentioned, Kanani Lodge will be there at the end against Phyllis Meddy. It'll be fun to see them on a tee box, unless one of them goes OB, whatever it may be.
Well,
They
that
might
is
not
entirely possible.
which is possible. But it'll be fun because it'll be the first time we're going to see them step on the gas. And we talked about it a little bit ago. Phyllis going 413 yards, and Phoenix was
I'll never
fun to
forget
watch.
that shot.
That was sick.
I will never forget that shot.
She went 408 like 2 balls before that, and then she's like, all right, I'll just go 413 now.
I know. I was like hammering it that day. I hit like 430. I look back, Phyllis is at 413. Like, uh-oh.
That ground was giving it up, So, and that's, we talked about a little bit. Today, it's more of a carry grid this time around instead of where you weren't out here in March, were you?
No, I didn't make it in March.
That was a roll grid. You would have loved it. I mean, it was giving it up. And today it looks like a little bit more of a carry grid. Seeing Eddie and Gavin just getting after it.
So I wonder. It looks like Kanani's still using her 46-inch driver.
Yeah.
She still hasn't even used her 48-inch club yet.
No, she's just. I mean, you're gonna hit 8 sets, and they're gonna hit them pretty quickly. And today, like even the Masters division, you had to hit 11 sets, which 66 golf balls doesn't seem like a lot, but in competition, that's especially when you're old as them. I mean, they're coming in wheelchairs and oxygen tanks when they show up here.
Especially Eddie.
Especially Eddie. I mean, Eddie. Yeah.
I mean, he's
But
got to
no.
be 93.
Eddie's 108 years old, but yeah, Eddie today, I called him early. I'm like, let's to go get breakfast, and his phone was off. And it was weird. Well, his flight got delayed. He got stuck in Houston last night. He had to go to a different airport. Flew into Hobby. Had to fly out of George Bush today, and got 2.5 hours of sleep.
They still came out here swinging 148 miles an hour.
Yeah. Oh, he was 150 on the range. I mean, Eddie is so much fun to watch
Eddie's
hit a
a
golf
freak,
ball,
man.
but like I said, Gavin, being the guy that drinks from the fountain of youth, you
Well,
know,
Jeff Gavin is that guy's just ridiculous.
he's unbelievable. I mean, he's the man. I mean, that's a perfect ball flight for him today. He hits it high. It's everything worked for him. Kanani Lodge right now, 327 yards.
That's a big shot.
It is. Not much wind.
Oh, look, she's moved up to her 48-inch driver now. She's starting to get warmed up.
Yeah.
I think getting ready for the finals
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice to see. You know, her and Phyllis getting after it in the finals.
Yeah, that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. That was the first time I watched her hands like really set at the top and rip.
Yeah.
She's starting to step on the gas a little bit, Kanani Lodge. So she's got 2 balls in play at 327 and 315. Once again, we're at the Diamond in the Desert in Mesquite, Nevada. We're under the lights. The weather's perfect. Not a cloud in the sky all day. It was a little hot, but no humidity. And right now, my lips aren't chapped, you know?
No,
Huh?
mine really aren't either.
Yeah. I did drink about 14 gallons of water, but
I'd like to drink about 14 gallons of beer in a
Yeah.
minute.
yeah.
Wow.
339 yards from Kanani Lodge. So like
That's
I
a
said,
bomb.
well, I said, it looked like I got her hand set at the top and she finally ripped.
That was a bomb.
Yeah, no, so here she ends up taking the lead too, because I know Phyllis was at 337 yards for the longest ball, you know, in this round robin of 12 hitters. But there she is walking passes. Oh, she is locked in. She's ready physically, mentally, spiritually. Yep. She's ready. She's ready to go into a battle. But, yeah, this is a good field. You know, like I said, a couple other guys. Like I said, Mark Costello standing next to us.
I know.
Going 455 yards.
So, all right, be expecting a pasta post on my Instagram soon. Mark is teaching me how to make homemade pasta. So I think we're going to go with the lobster ravioli.
Well, that's what he was talking about. He made too much homemade pasta and went up to 250 pounds, and now he's playing soccer every day, you know?
I'm making him teach me because that's what I need is get my fat ass even better.
But yeah, we got Mark Costello, who's been on TV a bunch of times. And, yeah, the 455-yard ball. Like, I mean, did you expect it to go that far?
No, I didn't. I actually just found it in my golf bag yesterday. So.
Nice.
I'm sitting there and I'm driving. I had to go to Vegas of all places for an event, and you know, I'm watching it on the drive back because the first set was Tommy and Kyle, and Tommy just comes out the blocks, you know, flying, and I believe you were up against Wes. And like his last ball just went 455 yards. They didn't even track it, and they're like, "Oh, Costello, 455." I'm like, "Oh, that's going to be hard to catch."
You know that ball you hit a little bit high on the face, and it just perfect launch. Launches really high. No
It's a
spin.
home run ball.
That's exactly what it was. It was a home run ball, and that's 455.
And that was, you've been a crank guy for a long time too, and there were certain things with like cranks that you would hit, and it would like, if you didn't hear like it was like a weird sound. It was like a thuddy type of sound. You'd hit it high in the face. You're like, that ball has no spin. That ball's gone. Yeah. It's the same thing. Like, that driver just. I would say Lance knows how to win, period. At the end of the day, he's got like,
Lance
I think he
makes a
said
great
26
product,
world championships under his belt. They need us. I don't know if your microphone's dead or not, but we're going to go down. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll miss you while you're gone.
But we're going to do an update. That's what they're calling us for, because it is crunch time right now. People want to know the updates. All right, so this is the last set of the round robin. As of right now, Phyllis Meddy is in at 800 points. Devin Casazza, Mary Driscoll, Ali Mohal at 500 points. It's going to be, I said I feel like 500 is going to be kind of around the bubble. But girls that are definitely in are Devin Casazza, Mary Driscoll, and Phyllis Meddy, and this thing's on update. There we go. Phyllis Meddy, Kanani Lodge, Devin Casazza, Mary Driscoll. They all have 700 points. You're going to see them in the finals. More than likely, Ali Mohal will be in the final 8 as well. And on the bubble is Kelly Rudney, Monica Borowitz, and Savannah Meyer Clement. There's 3 girls at 350, or 2 girls at 350, and Samina Sachs at 300. So anybody that gets right around 500 points is going to be safe. Kelly Rudney's at 450, and you know, a win from any of these girls is going to be big. But you got, you know, Phyllis Meddy here in slot number 4. That is just taking her time. Isn't really going to hit as many balls. I don't think she's probably going to hit 4 or 5 balls. She's really taking her time, kind of taking the Dave Mobley approach. Just just really, really taking her time and putting a good move on the ball. And for Phyllis, like I like her in slot number 4 because she does her prototypical ball flight is a draw. So slot number 4 is going to be a premium slot for her. So, but right now, Phyllis Meddy at 327 yards on the first ball. And like I said, her and Kanani are they had the 2 longest balls. So Kanani ended up taking it at 339 yards as of right now. But like I said, Phyllis just taking her time. Ooh, big ball from Phyllis Meddy. That was the first time she hit a little bit of a cut. That was a mid-ball cut. That was a good ball flight right there. Really like that ball flight from Phyllis. Just curious to know if she hit that on the heel. We're going to find out right away if she hit that off the heel or not. So
Probably better for their speed, most likely, honestly.
I say Ali Mall looking good. 310 yards. Still working on mark here. So we're still waiting on Phyllis Meddy's 4th ball. That ball was hit pretty well. But it could have been a heel cut. We can't really tell. So that said, as of right now, Phyllis Meddy is in the lead at 327 yards. Ali Mulhall at 310 and Savannah Meyer Clement at 303. No numbers right now for Stephanie Hartline. Is this thing still on?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, we're on.
Sweet.
All right. All right. So the ball that we wasn't really sure about, Phyllis, was a heel cut. It was a 303 ball.
You know, I really like Allie's swing. I feel like if she would let her hand set a little bit more at the top, she was kind of rushing it right there.
Mhm.
But if she'd let it set, she's got some serious speed.
Yeah.
She could be a real contender moving forward.
Yeah, I said she put a lot of balls in play too, and doesn't waste any time.
No, she blows through them.
No, she went through. Yeah, like the
She only had
last
6
set.
balls have a minute left.
Yeah, no, it was 50 seconds left on the last one. And for me, like I've done that before
I
too.
do
Like
too,
I just let it, I just go. Yeah.
But yeah, she's
Put
got
the
a
ball
really
in the
nice
tee and
swing.
swing. Yeah.
Really, really, really fast hands. If she'd let them
Mm.
set a little bit, she could really do some damage.
Yeah. Feel like the lawn drivers would I got to get a video on slot number 2. I'm gonna do that one. The backdrop is amazing. I got to get
I know.
Kanani. I got to get Phil. I got
It's
Phyllis.
beautiful.
But gosh darn it, it's good to talk to Will Hogue. He's got I don't know how many wins professionally.
11.
11.
I can answer that question for
Okay. The one in Memphis was impressive though, with 1 foot.
you. Yeah, that one's still one of my favorites because I literally broke my ankle a week before.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to compete, but they would. The Golf Channel would not refund my money for it. So I was like, well, I might as well come hit a ball and get some world ranking points for it.
Yeah.
And after each swing, I was like, I can swing one more time. I can swing one more time. At the end of it, I ended up winning.
Yes, you did.
It's like,
All right, I'm gonna go get a video over here.
all right. All right, Mark, which way you see this round going?
There they are. What's going on, America? All right.
I think Monica's gonna pull us up.
I feel like
Maybe heel cut there,
Instagram will appreciate this video here. Yes.
Oh,
All
I
right.
love looking at the night.
One and done. Right in the grid there.
You know,
Oh, Monica Borowitz with a bomb right down the left center of the grid. No, we got a good crowd tonight. This is nice.
Yeah, it is.
So, once again, looking at the wind, it's more left or right. And it's not too much of a big wind, so it's not going to alter what slot you're in per se. I don't think. It's too soft. It's like 2-3 miles per hour. Mile per hour. All right. Yep.
Yeah,
Monica's.
not really helping, not really hurting. It looks
Yeah.
like Monica's swing settled down a little bit. She
Yep.
looks a little bit more in the groove this round
Yep.
than she has, although there's a little, maybe a little heel cut.
Yeah. The third ball I liked. I said it just her mid ball, a little cut. It was nice.
In 308, that's a good number for her right now.
Absolutely. So right now, Tamina Sachs is at 289. Monica Borwitz is in the lead at 308. Maisie Ratcliffe is at 267, and Melissa Steck is still
There's a
working
really
on a
good
number.
ball. Monica just hit a really good ball down the right side.
Yeah.
We'll see if it hangs on. It might be out right, but if it's not, it's going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're not too far away from watching Phyllis and Kanani. Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, 319 by Monica there.
Yep. Eyeball. Ooh. Samina Sachs just hit a good ball here on her last one, too.
Samina's got a nice swing.
Yeah. Yep, she got her hands set there at the top. A lot of times it's like they just get a little too quick. They get into competition, they haven't competed. Everything speeds up, and they forget to just, kind of get them hands set.
I have that problem, too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's easier said than done.
It really is. Being patient when you got the adrenaline going is kind of hard.
Devin Casasa in slot 3. Kanani Lodge in slot 4.
Robbie said if y'all were going to talk on the mics, probably move away from the generator.
Yeah, we did. All right, we were told to.
All right, I'm coming over there with you.
We got it. Yeah. I guess we're talking next to the generator. So sorry about that. Will's coming over. It's going to be me and Will the Thrill. Fire Marshal Will Hogue.
Probably see the ball a little better this way,
Yeah,
too.
no, absolutely. All right, we got Mary Driscoll in slot number 1. Kelly Rudney in slot number 2 ended up winning in Hobe Sound. Devin Casasa in slot number 3, and then Kanani Lodge.
This is going to be a pretty good round right here.
Yeah.
There's some really good hitters
Kelly
in this round.
Kelly hits a good ball. Good flat ball. Like I said, all these girls are in right now, and honestly, like, I don't know. I wouldn't know how I would play it. I mean, if you're already in, you just hit like 4 balls or just let 6 rip and stay in a rhythm.
I think you let 6 rip and just stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might as well practice it.
Yeah, all 4 of these girls are in. So once this set is done, we will tell you who the final 8 is. I'm gonna go walk over and I'm gonna get a couple videos of Kanani Lodge. Oh, Kanani Lodge with a big ball.
Mary just hit a really good ball right there.
Oh, God. Oh, God. We have a guy running out in the grid that almost got taken out by Kanani. The first ball was an absolute bomb by her. First ball was perfect. So right now, it is starting to get dark now. Really able to see the ball flight, which is nice. Big ball, Kanani Lodge down the right side of the grid.
So Mary has a very good ball in. I'm waiting to see the number that comes back. It looks like Kanani hit a couple good ones over there, too.
Ball 1 and ball 3 were really good.
All right.
Ooh, Kelly Rodney with a little.
I'll be
black
interested to
shot.
see how that lower ball flight works here. You said it was the grid wasn't really rolling today, so
Well,
we'll see.
it looked plush. I mean, the grid is in mint condition,
Oh,
but yeah, it
perfect.
looked. It wasn't like it was in March. In March, it was giving it up. Like that ball flight a little bit higher from Kelly, and she's sneaky. She's sneaky fast too. Liking Devin Casasa here, stepping on the gas. Now you're starting to see some speed.
Wow,
All these
look
girls
at
got
Kelly,
really great hands.
318.
Yeah, Kelly Rudney hit a great ball. Like I said, her hands are really fast at the bottom.
That's
Ooh,
a
like
really
that
good
ball
one
too.
right there.
We don't have any numbers on the board from Kanani, but ball number
That
1
last
and ball
one from
number
Kelly
3
looked
were
really good. Mary's hit a couple good ones too. I'll be interested to see what her numbers come back. They hadn't given the numbers up on those either.
So Kanani, the first ball was 326. Curious to see ball number 3. Her ball was a little bit lower. Really like the ball from Mary Driscoll, but you're not getting a reaction out of her. Normally
I think
when that
she
happens,
overhooked it. I think it was turning left. .339 from Kanani.
Yeah, that third ball was ripped. I got that one on video.
No, nice.
I did, yeah. That was a good one. Let's see how it looks. The lights are really bright. Now, so Bink.
Oh yeah. That
Oh
was a
yeah.
rocket.
That's a good video. That one's going on the gram right there. That one's a good one. All right, so we're gonna take a peek right now at the final 8. You can come down with me, Will. We'll take a peek at the final 8. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it said the generator too. All right, so once this gets updated, looks like there's going to be a playoff between Savannah Meyer Clement and Samina Sachs as of right now. But the girls that are in, Phyllis Meddy, Kanani Lodge, Devin Casaza, Mary Driscoll, Allie Mulhall, Monica Borowitz, Kelly Rudney. And you got Savannah Meyer Clement and Samina Sachs are going to be hitting in a 6-ball playoff, I reckon. A 3-ball playoff. Okay. 3-ball playoff to get into the final 8. We're all guessing. We're going to find out here in a minute. But if you're tuning in on YouTube right now, I mean, look at this view. It's perfect. This is as nice as it gets. The weather's phenomenal. The wind shifted just a little bit. It's a little bit left to right now, and the flags are blowing slightly into the face.
It's certainly not a strong wind. Not really helping anything either. But if you can hit a cut into it, it might not be that bad.
Yeah. All right, so right now, I believe that Savannah Meyer Clement and Samina Sachs are tied. Savannah Meyer Clement and Samina Sachs.
No. Here, come. That's what we're talking about. Why does she have 101 points here instead of just
Because
100?
So the 401 is based on if they're tied at points, one of them is higher. So all right, we use the 0-1 to indicate which player was the tiebreaker. So they would go back, like if you and I are competing, Bobby, we would go back to when you and I were head-to-head, and whoever won that match would be the higher seed. So even though we both have 400 points after the 5 rounds of hitting, because I beat you in our head-to-head match, I would be a higher seed than you.
So even if you're tied for 8th, you're on the bubble. You both have 400 points. There's a tie.
They would play off for that.
Exactly, that's what we're saying. There's going to be a playoff between.
But if it was 5 and 6, then there would be.
Got it. All right.
I think that makes it a little more clear.
For the
So we will see a
423 million
playoff
on hand
between
right now. Let's go to YouTube and. Yeah.
So we're right, Bobby. They are doing a playoff. I don't know why the points are the way the points are, but we're right. They are about to do a playoff for that final spot.
The way it makes sense to me, it does it automatically on here for a seeding thing, but since there is no seeding in this one, it doesn't actually. The 401 versus 400 is the same.
Yep.
It would only matter if it was like 7 and 8 or 5 and 6 or whatever.
Okay, here we go. We got a 6-ball playoff here. A lefty and a righty. They're going to be matching up at the same time here. We'll go back out and watch.
that grid is clear. Fire away.
All right, so we 6-ball playoff to get into the final 8.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we got Samina Sachs here in slot number 1. All right, and Savannah here in slot number 2. Savannah with the ball right
Two
down the middle.
really good ones. Ball 1 and 2 are both nuked right down the middle.
All right, so we got Savannah the lefty in slot number 2, and Samina Sachs in slot number 1. I like this. It's like
No,
a heads-up
I kinda-
match. Like
I
the
kind of
early-
like the
the
righty
lefty
versus
righty
lefty
here.
here.
I really
Golly, there's
let those
3
hands
just
sit at the
roasted.
top. Ooh,
That was a good
good
one,
ball down the
too.
left side. So
It's
all
going
right,
to hang
we're
on.
waiting on some numbers here. They don't have the numbers up as of right now. Boom.
We're working 301.
All right, so Samina, as of right now, is OB on the first 4 balls. So the first ball she hit didn't stay in play.
Savannah's working at 301 right now, so there's another good one right there, too, right down the middle.
Nice tight draw.
I mean, that's beautiful.
Nice high ball flight. All right, Samina Sachs has got 2 balls left. Ooh,
Ooh.
good ball, but it started
Started
out
turning left, though.
yeah,
Is it going to hold
turning
on?
hard. So that ball, all right, Samina just hit a good ball. The problem is that she's in slot number 1. If she's in slot 4, that's in by, 10 yards. But as of right now, I don't believe that 5th ball stayed in play. So she's down to her last ball. You can cut the tension with a knife. All right, she's got a
Oh,
ball
it's
in
right down
play.
the middle. But is it going to be enough?
Yeah, didn't have that much height on it, but you never know. There's a little bit of
All
a roll.
depends on how it hits the ground.
So the last ball, Samina Sachs, was definitely in play. But the anticipated heads-up battle, I believe, will be coming here sooner than later. Phyllis Medea and Kanani Lodge. And I said, to watch Kanani the last couple sets, she's starting to step on the gas and look good. Phyllis looks awesome, composed, just hitting bullets.
Yeah, Phyllis is always consistent. Just consistently a monster out here.
Top 7 players moving forward right now.
Okay, so Savannah's ended up winning that set. Savannah's going to take it. We're going to go back to the booth, and then we're going to get to the quarterfinal matches here in a second. They're going to reseed. Savannah ended up winning it. Okay. All right. So we're back in the booth. You can ask questions. You got TJ Allison. Good videos out there, man. Good videos. Posted one a couple days ago. Got some nice traction on it. So, but yeah, we're under the lights here in Mesquite, Nevada for the 2022 Women's Division Diamond in the Desert Classic. Phyllis Medea, Kanani Lodge headline the final 8. And tomorrow, 40-plus hitters are hitting tomorrow, and they're going to do 3 round robins where 5 out of the 16 will automatically get into the round of 16 in each group, and then they'll have a wild card every single out of the three groups to where one guy out of the 3 will make it to round up the final 16. So once again, the round of 16's fun, especially commentating it. Moves fast. I mean, that tournament's practically over. That broadcast is about an hour and 30 minutes. And once it gets down to 8, that's anybody can win. And I got a good group of guys out here again. I said the only guy that we're really missing right now is Timmy. I mean,
I
Race
know.
made it.
I wish Tim would get back in it.
Yep. So Tim's been busy.
And I wish Joe Miller could make it over too.
Yeah, Joe will be out here eventually too. I mean, Joe's looking good. I mean, he's changed his swing, and looks really strong. So, and this grid is great for Joe too. He hits the ball really high, and definitely today, the high ball was the way to go. And I said Gavin and Eddie looked phenomenal. And Jeff Gavin ended up winning the senior division earlier today against Eddie Fernandez. 2 world champions matched up, and ended up Gavin went in the 390s and to win it, or maybe it was 389.
Well, with that,
Oh.
like you said, the high ball working, that's a condition made for Jeff Gavin.
Ask some good. Can I see the comments? Luke Wood. Yes, I can. I can see the comments now. We've been standing out on the grid, announcing. But let's see here. Yeah, it's way better under the lights. This is awesome. Oh, I got some good content too. Yeah, I got to post a couple of the ladies out there hitting. Got Kanati's 339-yard bomb. I got a couple really good ones for the gram, for the kids. So who you got winning it?
It's Kanani's been consistently at 339, and I guess that's the big one. But it's hard for me to root against Phyllis. It's hard for me to say that Phyllis isn't going to win. My money's going to be on Phyllis.
Yeah. I just that's a tough
but
one.
between
stand up
those
with
two,
you if you had to
goodness
pick.
gracious.
It's like we're in Vegas. If someone gives you $1,000, who you put your money on?
It's like betting red or black.
Yeah, it really is. Like it's
It's
minus eliminating the zeros. It's a coin flip. No, really, truly, there. I just Kanani might potentially be faster, like top end speed, but Phyllis is just so good. I mean, she doesn't miss the center of the club face.
No, she's very consistent. Very consistent.
Yeah.
Every round, she's going to hit that ball on you. I mean, you're going to have to beat her. She's not going to give it to you.
Yep. No, and she looks awesome.
But
Can I tell a good McGann story? Oh God, I mean, there's so many of them. I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, we're on YouTube. I got in trouble last time. I said a bad word on YouTube. I got suspended for the rest of the year without pay.
The problem with telling the stories on those things I don't know if they're appropriate for the.
No, I mean, dude, McGann is, like I said, he was a giant teddy bear. And I said we mentioned it earlier today. Unfortunately, we lost a brother. And Steve McGann, Mike Moulton, and then Mitch McDowell. A week and a half ago. But all those guys made me smile. They made me laugh. And it was just, that's the thing that a lot of people don't see is the brotherhood, like the relationships that you have with these guys, you form over the years. And Will's been doing this for a really long time. Like, I mean, this is your 11th, 12th year.
Actually, this is my 9th year.
9th year.
It feels like a lot longer.
Yeah.
But it, yeah. I mean, I remember last time I was going through. I was in Phoenix for some reason. I can't remember what, but I called Mitch. I didn't even book a hotel. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm coming over. I'm spending the night."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, come on." Like, the brotherhood here is you have friends all over. And it's everywhere. I mean, we have friends in other countries. I mean, it's just if you go over there, you just call them and they want to hang out.
Yep. Nah, that was the cool thing about doing events, exhibitions. I felt like I had somewhere to stay. It didn't matter where I was, unless I was in like New York City. That was it. I didn't have a place to stay there, But yeah, I mean, Steve McGann was just such a funny human being, and like I said, Mitch McDowell, Mike Moulton. But McGann, like we'd always joke around with him because this dude had like 23,000 reviews on eBay. He made any type of equipment in the golf industry disappear. He was unbelievable. I'd give McGann like 50 drivers. He'd sell them in like 3 minutes, and, but yeah, like that guy was unbelievable when it came to selling and just a funny guy. He was a giant teddy bear when it came down to it at the end of the day.
Steve was a good man.
Yes. No, I always said he was a funny guy. And he just, if you didn't take him serious and you slap back at him, he He respected you.
That's everybody in this
Yeah,
sport
no,
for the
I
most
know.
part, though. You can't take any of us too seriously.
Yeah. But
If you do, you get your feelings hurt.
yeah. But anyways, we're waiting. We're waiting here for a minute for the reseeding. Phyllis Meddy is going to be the number 1 seed, and Kanani Lodge is going to be the number 2 seed. So, if Kanani and Phyllis both come in first or second in their respected, quarterfinal matches, they'll match up in the semifinals. And if they hit the ball in play and they hit the ball in the center of the face, you're going to see them in the finals. And yeah, it's going to be fun. That'll be the first time they match up. And I said, you're looking at 2 world class,
Oh, yeah.
the best in the
absolutely.
business. And I said, Kanani, just being in the sport for the first couple years, she's putting up 190, 192, 194 mile per hour ball speed. I mean, she even competed against the guys in the round of 20. There was 24 guys, and she made the final 16. At the one stop power shot the
remember that
first
one,
year.
yeah.
It was awesome. She just put a bunch of balls in play, and some of the guys just kept going OB. Those 0-point sets,
they'll kill you.
they kill you. So, for sure. All right, yeah, we're tuning in from Canada. I can't wait. I'm actually going out to Calgary here in a couple weeks. I'm going to have my first Tim Hortons in like 3 years. I love that place. Want to thank Jose Batista for playing in Toronto for like 9 years, going up and watching him play. And I remember the first time I had Tim Hortons, and I'm like, they got to have these down in South Florida, and they don't. So I was hooked. But yeah, I'm going out to Calgary for a couple days. But yep. So we're waiting here. I'm not sure how much longer we have to wait. It seems like everybody's ready to rock and roll. The girls are walking up to the tee box, and it's going to be Phyllis Meddy, Mary Driscoll, Allie Mulhall, Savannah Meyer Clement in the first group of hitters. We're going to get behind them as well.
It'd be nice if we could get Chloe out here again, too.
Yeah, I mean, Chloe, you can see Sandra's working all the time at her house. She's got her own, simulator at her house. So she gets to practice, and you can see her, her getting fired up, like in pretty much simulating competition. Because when she hits a good ball, she has her traditional wave at the golf ball. And I said it'll be fun to watch, her out. And I said Cassandra Meyer, Troy Mullins. They hadn't really competed. They hadn't competed since COVID as well. And no, the girls, ladies division was strong. They had 10 really good competitors. For the past several years. Alex Phillips.
Yeah.
Alexis Belton, great hitter.
Yeah, there were a bunch of really good girls.
Mm-hmm.
And still are.
Yeah. I mean, Alexis Belton was a really, really good ball striker, and plays professionally as well. And but yeah, I mean, the personalities and the girls, we always say on Instagram, they have all the power.
Oh, yeah,
sure. They have all the power. They could post a video and get like 10x on a dude. It doesn't matter. Not even close. Hence, I had to get a couple videos today, for the 96% male following. So we'll paint the picture again. We're live in Mesquite, Nevada for the 2022 Women's Division Diamond in the Desert Classic. Phyllis Meddy, Kanani Lodge, headline the Final 8. 2 world champions. Phyllis with 3 world championships. Kanani ended up winning last year here on her home turf per se, here in Mesquite, Nevada. And Kanani's not too far away. Seattle girl. It's a quick flight, 2-hour flight. Ryan Riesback coming up. Looks like they're about to set the clocks and get rolling here.
Well, looking forward to this one. Be a random note. We were talking about people from other countries. I talked to Joe Van Wyck the other day.
Yeah, South Africa.
Yes, that dude is a monster of a man.
He is, and he's got the hookup in Dubai. When we were out in Dubai, he knew everybody. Joe Van Wyck, yeah, he was like whatever status on Emirates, So he's got a shower in his own cubicle. He's flying. He was flying, first class on Emirates. I remember me and my boy Sean. That was a long flight. Fort Lauderdale, Dubai was like 15 hours. We were watching the Super Bowl and landed at like 7 o'clock at night the next day. Went right to me. It was me, Shook, and my boy Sean. And we went to that guy Nusrat, the Salt Bay dude, at like 11:45 at night. We had 3 filet mignons and it was like $800. You know, it's like, oh, dude, we got.
I'll say though, Dubai was one of my favorite places we went. That's one of my favorite.
That was-
places
Dubai
been.
was-
Dubai was awesome.
Dubai was phenomenal, and you know, a lot of guys didn't go out to Brockett Hall in London, but that grid was probably one of the coolest grids too.
Yeah, that was
you know,
cool too. But I just mean like the city of
Oh,
Dubai,
the city of Dubai.
was amazing.
All right. So, Phyllis Meddy, Mary Driscoll, Allie Mulhall, Savannah Meyer Clement.
We're missing Phyllis.
All right, Phyllis is walking up right now. She's walking with Maurice. Like I said, Maurice is back. 2018 world champion. Maurice has won all over the world. I can say he's traveled. He's did so many events over in Europe. He's in Asia, whatever. Maurice is, got a lot of wins.
Yeah,
So
I'll
it'll
be
be
interested
nice.
to see how he swings it coming back off that wrist injury.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of golf too. Like, I mean, he's gotten significantly, he's significantly improved his golf game too, like playing really well. So, but like I said, Maurice has won everywhere, and it's nice to see him out here. Like I said, there was a couple guys missing last year. Maurice, Tim,
Yeah.
Joe, and then you got the guys like Emil Rosberg, Jordan Brooks, Bry Roberts. Like, Bry hasn't even been to the States
I
yet.
know.
He's going to make his debut in Canada not too long from now. Like I said, Emil Rosberg and Jordan Brooks, they made the final, the semifinals in 2019. We hadn't seen them compete since.
Let's not talk about how Emil made the semifinals.
I know.
in 2019.
That was
still hurts my feelings.
that was the old classic. Will Hogue broke the shaft.
Technically, I still made best thing we saw in golf this week for that though.
Yeah. So
All right, let's see how it goes.
obviously we're gonna feature Phyllis Meddy here. 3-time world champion. She's had the longest balls in the history of the sport. She's I believe either Phyllis has 3 or 4 balls at 400 yards in competition over her career.
I can think of 2, at least.
Well, she went 408, 413 in
I didn't even
Phoenix,
think about that
and then Denver.
because I was gonna say she hit one in Denver too.
Yeah. All right. So Mary Driscoll off to a good start with a ball in play. Phyllis Meddy, nice ball down the left
Phyllis
side, but that
just
one's going to go over.
smashed that ball. Did it hook out?
Hooked OB. Yeah.
Nah.
Phyllis just hit a great ball, but kind of like David Mobley earlier on in the day in slot number 1, hit really, really good balls in slot number 1 and ended up going OB, which is characteristic of him. But if he's in slot 2, 3, or 4, those balls are in
Allie
play.
just hit a great ball. We'll see how
So
that one comes
really like
back. That
Allie
was a really
Mulhall
good
here
ball.
in slot number 3. She just lets it rip. Big ball from Phyllis. Phyllis hit a this ball's hammered from
That ball
Phyllis. If that one
smoked.
stays in play, like you said, curious to see if Phyllis' ball stays in, because if that one's in play, that's a big, big number. That was a perfect ball flight. Mid to high launch, no spin. Oof.
Ooh,
OB.
little out left.
That's crazy. That's 2 balls right now that Phyllis would have had in play in slot 2, 3, and 4. I mean, those balls are perfect.
Another good ball from Allie. Maybe a little low. A good ball overall. Mary hit a good ball too.
There you go, right down
we
the
go.
middle.
Oh man,
Phyllis Meddy right down the middle.
that ball was striped.
I'd be curious to see how far ball number 2 went out of bounds. I'm sitting right behind the ball caller as well. Can you ask how far the second ball was? So right now I'm trying to get some information on like ball flight. So Phyllis's second ball was like a mid to high ball flight.
Another great ball from Mary.
Oof.
Oh my goodness.
Phyllis is hitting. These balls are definitely these balls are in the 180s from Phyllis.
Yeah,
they're
for
they're
sure.
moving. They're
I
moving.
will say I've noticed the wind's picked up a little more back into the face now.
Yep. So Phyllis is at 324. The wind is, Will said, slightly in the face a little bit, maybe 2-3 miles per hour. This is the first time all day that we've had slight wind in the face. Big ball
Oh,
from Phyllis.
Yeah, Phyllis is hammering it.
That's the high. That's the, as we would say, the glancing blow. Little high floater. Little high floater right. So right now, Mary Driscoll is in third at 297. Allie Mulhall at 299. Savannah Meyer right. Clement is at 285.
So it looks like
There it is. All right. So
Looks like
Phyllis
it's
hit
gonna
the little glancing blows, we would say, a high floater right. So she went 331 on that 5th ball. I like that ball flight.
yeah, that shot a little high in the face is really going to work really well
Yep.
here. Even a little off the toe would work well here.
How far was that?
Yeah, so the ball on the left, I remember with Maurice, it was 324. Ball number 5 was 331, but I asked that ball number 2, do you have any idea how far ball number 2 went? Yeah, that ball number 2 is her best ball, and we were just curious to see if that one stayed in play or not, which it didn't. It didn't say, no, I asked him. We hadn't got a call back yet, because that was definitely the ball, but no. 340, yep. All right, so
Just
the
shy
ball
of
that Phyllis hit was 340 OB down the left
Hey,
side.
how are you?
And that was just
see
a flat. That ball was perfect. And like I said, in slot 2, 3, or 4, that ball was in play. So that would have been, I guess the farthest ball of the tournament. We hadn't asked because
Well,
Kanani could have gone OB, at
we don't- yeah,
345, but
unfortunately, OB
Yeah,
doesn't matter
it
anyway.
doesn't matter. But yeah, that was curious to know because that was right on the line.
Now this will be an interesting group right here.
And Ali Mohal ends up taking taking second place, and we just got confirmation that she's 16. That's awesome.
Wow.
She no pressure, just gets up there, rips it.
She's got some serious speed. If
16.
she- like I said, if she'd let her hand set a little more, she could really be dangerous.
331 yards.
Phyllis 331, Ali Mohal 310. So you'll see them in the semifinals. And right now, I really like slot number 1 with someone with the draw. I don't know. Kanani's natural ball flight is she starts it out right. She does a really good job of getting the hands inside and swinging out right.
That
She
one's not gonna go.
That one's the old sky ball. And Devin
Devin hit a
Casaza
very good
ended
ball
up
right
matching
there.
up against Kanani on this grid in March. And they were within a yard of each other. I think Kanani went 362 and Devin ended up going 361.
That
So we
one's
got
out right
an
from
OB
Kanani
right.
there.
And don't ever forget, Kelly Rudney, she hits such a good flat ball flight. As we would say, a good penetrating ball flight. Broken club here. The old broken bat. Devin Casaza does have that
Broken
recoil.
to 3 pieces there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. She's got the recoil, which when you have a recoil, that normally happens. So
Kanani's
Kanani
gonna
Lodge
be
is still
left
working on a
there.
number here. 288. So the first
Looks like
ball
Kelly hit a good
Kanani
ball
hit
that
was
last
a
time. It's
pop
hard
up.
to say.
All right. So Kanani Lodge needs
Yeah,
to slow
Kelly-
everything down.
Kelly hit that good one right
Kelly hit 310. Like I said, she's tough. Just a tough hitter.
there. Devin hit a good one, but I think it's going to go out left.
Kanani Lodge just
popped
popped
it
up another one. All right, so she's gonna have a little pressure here.
Monica's got a weird ball flight coming out right now. It's coming out kind of,
Knuckly.
yeah, flat and squirrely a little
Yeah.
bit. It looks like she's hitting it hard, but it's just not coming off the face right.
All right, so Kanani Lodge, the 2021 world champion.
Oh, there's a good.
I like her
Kanani hit a
hands
good
on that
right
one.
there, but is
No.
it going to turn too much?
That's gonna go OB. All right, so Kanani's on the bubble here. She's smiles, looking at the numbers, knowing that she just needs to put one in play.
Yep.
But she's had 2 sky balls in play.
Based on the ball flights I'm seeing from Monica, I think her club face went flat. I don't know if she's made the adjustment, but she's hitting some balls that are knuckling and kind of corkscrewing.
All right, so 40 seconds left. Kanani sped up, hit 5 balls really quickly. Really needs to hit a good ball in play here. Got her hands to set,
Oh,
but she's
no.
going to go OB,
That's
so she's going to get
OB, so
knocked out.
She's going to be out.
And we have 2 girls at 310 yards, Devin Casaza and Kelly Rudney.
So it's going to be Devin and Kelly moving on, regardless of.
Oh,
how they
there you go.
finish.
That's right, yeah. So a slight upset here. Kanani Lodge ended up hitting 2 balls, skied him. She had 2 balls in play, but 288 was her best ball, so. So let's go back to Kanani, okay? She hits the 46-inch driver very consistently in play. Probably could have used it there and then build on it type of deal. Put a ball out at 320, 325, and then, pull out the 48-inch. She decided to go right to the 48-inch driver. Don't know if that might have been the right strategy or not. You could have second-guessed yourself all day.
My personal opinion, the right strategy is to use the 48 the whole time.
Yeah.
No. Why ever go back and forth between the 46 and 48? That as much as it's the same golf swing, it's not the same golf swing. Those 2 inches makes a difference.
Yep.
I would use the 48 the whole time.
Mhm.
because you're going to need it eventually. And if you've been swinging that 46, at 48 it's going to be a little. You got to wait a little longer. You can tell she was out of sync that whole time.
Yeah, because the 46 inch is more of like a Tour Series setup. It's more stout. It might even have a little bit more gram weight to it, and it's a lot more stable of a shaft. I mean, the D10 or the D30 is a shaft that whatever. There's a reason why Kyle hit 25,000 balls before he ended up debuting it at Rochester in 2019. Like you got to time that shaft. If not, if you're off just a little bit, it's difficult to hit it in place. So like I said, Kanani, skies 2 balls. And,
that's what I'm saying with the timing. The timing on that 48-inch clubs is going to be a little longer to let it wait. And if she's getting with that 46 and that sink, it's going to be out.
Yeah. So Devin Casaz and Kelly Rudney are going to make it into the semifinals. And now it's going to be, Phyllis Meddy, who is just, practically, it looks like she's on autopilot, just hitting it great. I mean, that second ball she hit was perfect.
I think the favorite at this point now going forward is definitely going to be Phyllis moving forward.
Yeah.
Now, there are some girls out here that are hitting it pretty good right now.
Yep. Sid, anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. But you're looking at a 60-yard wide grid. And, it's...
I don't anticipate Phyllis going OB.
No.
She's never really been one to go OB.
No.
But, Devin is swinging it very good. Kelly is obviously fast. Honestly, I think Allie has a chance. She's fast. At 16 years old, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it said we're math guys. 3 girls ended up going right around 310, 311, and then you got Phyllis at 330, 340. Big difference in ball speed, and Phyllis can hit the ball high. She can hit it high. And like right now, this grid has been giving it up to the high. Well, not giving it up. It doesn't give it up. It's the high ball wins. So, Eddie today and slot number 1 in the finals was hitting bullets, and it would have been fun to see like on a roll grid. But, like I said, Gavin was hitting higher.
Jeff Gavin, if you have a grid where you have to hit a high ball, Jeff Gavin is the most dangerous hitter on the planet.
Oh, yeah. No, it is. It is. And that's what
Jeff Gavin is a monster when it comes to hitting high ball.
So last year when he matched up against Mobley, the ground was giving it up. So Mobley had a chance, and I just remember with like me and Mobley sitting at WinStar, and this is probably like 2019. He's like, I have no chance. He's like, I can't carry it. I can't carry it far enough. So yeah, carry grids. Yeah. Jeff Gavin is the best on the planet, at that age, in that Masters division.
The only other person right now I say competes with Jeff at hitting that ball is maybe Scotty Pierman. Scotty hits a very high ball like that.
Yeah. Colton Casto too.
Colton does hit it higher.
Reed Russell hits it really high.
Reed,
The thing about Reed and Colton is now they have the speed, they have the height, they got the spin rates down. It's more about dispersion. They got to tighten it up right to left because those guys have a draw. And Colton, he just needs to tighten up his dispersion because he could literally hit a draw 30 yards right to left. Same thing with Reed Russell. But watching Gavin today, he's hitting a high, tight 5-yard, 7-yard draw.
It's constant.
Yep.
It's almost a guarantee that he's going to hit that shot on you, and it's well, it looks like Phyllis is running late again.
Yep, she's walking down with Maurice. And she'll be in slot number 1. Again.
She don't want to use that one?
The Pride of Canada in slot number 2. And Kelly ended up winning, I believe she said she won the Amateur World Championship last year.
I don't remember.
She mentioned that, and because it was the first time I had seen her compete, and she's like, "No, I won the Amateur World Championship." So I'm like, "Okay, well, you're good then."
I don't think I've had the privilege of meeting her yet.
Are we saying that right? Amateur World Championship? And you won it, champion? Drinks Tim Hortons. But he said Kelly just hits a great flat cut, no spin, doesn't even.
This will be a very interesting group right here.
I've seen, like I said, Devin on the roll grid did really good out here. Like I said,
she
her
hits
and
a little flatter. She does.
Yeah.
And you can tell with her warming up, doing the softball or I guess baseball type swing with that club, she's going to hit it a little flatter.
Yeah.
A lot of people in that background tend to hit that flatter shot.
So we got Phyllis in slot number 1 again. Kelly Rudney in 2. Allie Mulhall in 3. The amateur, the 16-year-old amateur that hit 6 balls in about a minute and 30 seconds. and Devin Casaza in slot number 4. All right, so all right, we'll take a peek at Phyllis. Casaza, Obi right. Rudney, Obi left. Ali Mohal right down the middle. Phyllis Meddy, ball number 1. Obi right.
Blocked it out right.
Devin Casaza, Obi left.
Pulled it left.
Oh, I like how
Ooh,
she
I
sets
like
her
that
hands
one.
at the
Yes,
top.
Allie set her hands really well right there. So did Kelly. There's 2 really good balls right there in the middle.
Kelly's fast. She's got great hands.
There's
Her
2
hands
really
are
good
so
balls
fast.
from the middle too.
Yep. Oof.
There's another good one.
Obi left.
He left Phyllis there.
Oh! Kelly Rudney with a bullet
Kelly
right
just
down
hit
the
a
middle.
bomb.
She likes it too. And like I said, she knows how to win.
Yes, she does.
She
and
knows
that's
how to
what we
win.
said for that.
Yep. Those balls were good. Like I said, Ali Mohal's balls were just a little too low. Kelly Rudney ball 311 right now is a good ball. That's a good ball
number.
right now because
Very good number.
all 3 of them went 310 and 311 with Phyllis at like at 330. Yeah.
336.
Oh, Kelly
Yeah,
Rudney's ball
Kelly's gonna be
336. Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
336.
I was like, that didn't make any sense. Like she hit that ball so
I thought
hard.
she hit that a lot better. than
Kelly
that.
Rudney with a
Yes.
bomb at 336. She hit a
Yeah.
mid ball, 2-yard cut. Yeah. I really like this.
Phyllis has got to find it here. She hadn't really hit her shot yet. Well,
Big
there
ball.
it is.
There's your
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
That's
There
gone.
it was.
But you know what? Like I said, it's hard for us to see rollout. Yeah, I really like Kelly Rudney's 330. I mean, obviously the 336 ball I liked, but that was a really good ball flight.
Yes, it was perfect. I mean, that was
And-
just
and
that
Phyllis,
was gorgeous all the way around.
If you're gonna hit a block, you want to hit a block and 1, and that was a straight block on slot
So Phyllis
number
has 2
1 from
balls
Phyllis.
in now, so we should get some numbers from her soon.
Devin Casaza still doesn't have a number. All right, we're looking at Phyllis Meddy right now, waiting on a number.
Nice ball.
Ooh, big ball, Phyllis Meddy right down the middle. So Phyllis hit a block, 334 yards on ball number 4. I like ball number 6 better. This one was a high draw right down the middle.
Yeah,
So you can kind of get an idea right now because I think ball number 4 and ball number 6 were very similar. Let's see if the cut is better, the block is better than the draw. And because of the wind, maybe it's possible because Kelly hits a little cut.
Kelly hit that little cut there, and it was
Yeah.
nice and flat.
That ball was hammered too, and you can tell she really enjoys this moment. She thrives in it. All right, so Phyllis ended up on that last ball, that tight draw, with little draw into a cut win, 323 yards.
So
So
apparently that block's gonna work a little better.
the
for
block,
her.
yeah, yep. Yeah, Kelly Rudney going to make her second final appearance. She ended up winning it last month against Gabby Powell. Yeah, it's a good final. Said Kelly thrives under pressure, and yeah, that was kind of weird when that 311. I'm like, I didn't.
Yeah, I thought
seem-
she hit it a little better than that too,
Yeah.
but that's where she's been all night.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, maybe that is.
Yeah, well,
But
that,
336 does make a lot more sense to me.
yep, because that was perfect, and you got a reaction out of it right away. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
they know when they hit a good ball.
Yeah.
They'll tell you. Pretty much every long driver on the planet. So Will Hogue he waves at it. That's his signature. He waves
I
at the
don't know
golf
if I
ball.
hit it good enough. I scream at it.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna see Phyllis Meddy, 3-time world champ in the finals against Kelly Rudney, amateur world champion, and the Hope Sound. I don't even know what they call it, the Sunshine Smash or Sunshine Classic, something like that. If you're
That was
asking,
actually a really good tournament. I
That was
enjoyed
fun.
that one. That was fun.
yeah, Anthony Livingston did a great job. First time hosting a professional event, long drive event, and the fact that we had an East win the entire time with the East to West grid in Florida and hitting it 400 yards, like I never thought that a ball would ever go that far, just because there's no rollout. We're standing here next to Kanani Lodge. We don't know whether to ask her a question or not. It's like, what question do we ask her? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Can
know.
Should I ask her? You want me
She's
to ask her a
smiling,
question?
but
Okay, all right. So we were talking about you hitting a 46-inch driver compared to a 48. Did you factor in maybe hitting a 46 the first couple, or did that throw you off?
No, I always plan on hitting a 46 my first few rounds. I should have gone into the final 8 with my 46, but I just didn't grab it, didn't think about it. It's just a confidence driver for me, and I know I can hit it 330 with it, so why not? And I mean, obviously, I hit 288, which I've never done in my career.
Well, yeah, no, it's like that's the thing. It's like even though you might be accustomed to hitting that driver, when you get used to hitting a 46-inch, what's all right? So we know like the CPM of 48-inch. You're hitting the D30 plus.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like a 240 CPM. What is the CPM of your 46-inch shaft?
I have no idea. I just took the wrapper off today.
Oh, really? All right. So more than likely, I'm guessing it's probably right around like a 260, 270.
I would guess so, yeah.
So it's a little bit more stout. It's more of a playing driver. Dispersion's going to be a lot tighter, but you're going to hit it farther with a 48. So that's pretty much what me and Will were thinking about. Maybe if she went up with a 46, or she just, whatever. Because
I should have played it safe is what I should have done. I knew I had to get balls in play for the final 8 because all that matters is top 2, and I didn't do it. It's a good end of the career.
she didn't retire. She said the end of the tournament, huh? Oh, no, because we. No, you're good.
Yeah, whatever. You're not going to
No.
retire.
So,
You're not
but,
allowed to retire before me. Yeah, at least wait till World.
But no, like I said, it was nice to see Phyllis out here because this battle tested 3-time world champion. We want to see Chloe, we want to see Sandra, like we want to see you because at the end of the day, there's only a couple people on the planet that can go 180 plus miles per hour, and obviously you've put up 190 mile per hour ball speed. So don't retire. You're not allowed. I'm not letting you do that. All right, so here we are in the finals. We got Phyllis Meddy, Kelly Rudney.
Here it goes. Kelly's trying to make it 2 in a row. Phyllis is trying to stay dominant.
Yep. Said Kelly's going to pull the trigger first. I like this because if she puts up a good number.
I don't think she's going to pressure Phyllis, though.
But it's just good to have a number.
I'll be right.
you
Yeah,
know?
I agree for sure.
You know?
At least calm the nerves.
But Phyllis looks cool as a cucumber right now. She's been doing this for so long.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
nuke.
Phyllis Meddy.
That's a nuke.
Ooh. That
Ouch.
ball is, she's got a big
It's still
smile on her
screaming.
face. That ball was hammered. Obie Wright, Kelly Rudney. Phyllis just hit a 1-yard draw.
Yeah.
1 yard.
That thing was blistered.
That thing was on a string.
But
Slight
that's the
right
thing
to
with
left.
Phyllis. So calm under pressure. She's been in all the big moments. She knows how to win. Like we
Yeah.
talked about earlier, she knows how to win.
Yep. Man, that ball was ripped right down the middle. All right, 331. That's a good number right now. We got a little bit of a slight into the face. Nothing too crazy.
The only thing I'll say, that flight was a little low.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why it's not why I got as big a number as I thought it would, but
That's a good number.
very
I know-
good number right now for sure.
Too much movement left to right on Kelly Rudney's ball. She shook her head too. That one's going to be in play, and that
Oh,
was
no,
kind
I
of
like-
like with
I
Zach
like the
Adams
height,
today.
though.
Yeah.
She down to her last ball.
No, she doesn't hesitate. She's got 2 balls left. Phyllis Meddy,
Yeah, 315 right there.
315.
Oh, that's a sky ball.
sky ball. So Phyllis taking her time, making a little change here, going to a different setup. Ooh, Phyllis Meddy with a.
Man.
There's your left to right. I like
Yes,
left to right
I
better
like
than right to left.
Better here too.
That's a big
That
ball
was
right
a little
down the middle.
higher also. We'll see what kind of number this gets.
I
I wouldn't be surprised to see this one go over 40.
Yeah, the ball that she hit 40 was maybe a little bit higher. Like I said, the 40 went OB. Ooh, Phyllis Meddy she's
Filling
in the
it up
180s
now.
right now. She's in the 180s. All right, so Phyllis
Gonna be
Meddy's
too
going to
low right
win.
there from Kelly.
I mean, Kelly hit one in play, but this one's low. 345,
Yeah,
Phyllis Meddy.
345
There's your
Phyllis,
cut.
left to right. That doesn't. Oh
Yes.
man.
But it's good to see. Phyllis Meddy's going to win. 3-time world champ, showing why she's a 3-time
That's
world champ.
exactly right. Like I said, shows up in the big moments all the
Yeah.
time. You can't
And-
rattle her. You're not gonna.
I bet your heartbeat's like 80 right now.
Yeah.
She still looks so cool, like whatever, like a walk in the park. All right, so Ryan's going to walk up and interview her here.
She did. She made that look easy.
Yeah, she did.
So, but
Just
like
calm
I
as
said,
she could be the whole time.
we're sitting next to Kanani. She's going to regroup. She's going to come back. She's coming back. .345 yards, Phyllis Meddy. 330, 331, 345. Kelly Rudney at 315 yards.
All I'm saying is my $1,000 would have paid off.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, my $1,000 would have paid off as well. So, but yeah.
As like I said, it's always hard to pick against Phyllis.
Yeah, I mean, she took a lot of time off too. I mean, just imagine her competing, I mean, for like, she missed like 6, 7, 8 years. And then, came back. So Ryan right now is interviewing Phyllis, and she is so humble. Just she's like she's the nicest human being ever. Yeah,
absolutely.
She's so nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. So right now the broadcast can't hear. So we weren't sure if you guys can hear what she's saying, but as always, Phyllis is extremely humble. She said she left a lot of gas in the tank and turned up the heat the last the last set, and to put a ball up at 331 right away.
I mean, that had to calm the nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that she really had nerves to calm, but obviously lets her try some things.
Yep.
You put up a big number like that, and it's like, all right, well, let me try a different shot shape. Let me
Yep.
try something else because I've got a good number now. Now I can really try to expand on it.
Yeah, as you said, she freed up, and like I said, that glancing little floater, little high and right, and it was just slot number 1 with a little high cut. That's little. When I say a little cut, I mean it's more of you just block it right. That's it. Really, what it was. So, yeah. All right, so we're gonna interview Phyllis because she's a legend. So, there you go.
Oh, looks like they're taking pictures now.
We're gonna get in front of the camera. Oh yeah, we're gonna interview her. She's gonna be so famous. 73 million people. 73 million people on hand right now.
It's just I'm talking.
Is it 3-time world champ?
Yeah,
3-time world champ.
that was fun. It's nice to have you back. And we said you're like the most humble, nicest human being in the history of life. What was it like to get back on the tee? Because obviously, have you competed in New Zealand when's the last time you competed?
I've had a couple of hits over the last couple of years, but nothing serious really. But it's nice to be able to jump in with the Kiwi boys and give them a good run for their money. I never did, but it was also good to just jump on a tee and get some numbers measured and stuff like that. So I'm like so stoked to be here.
You just made that look really easy, and all of us were anticipating you and Kanani because Kanani comes on the scene during COVID. And she's putting up just like insane numbers. We're like, oh my God, she just went 190. And I was like, we'd like to see a matchup of you and her. Unfortunately, it didn't happen as of right now. But, to have all the girls come back, hopefully Chloe comes back, Sandra comes back, and, bring the women's division back. It's just nice to see you here and winning. And how does it feel to win again?
Awesome. I've never won on this particular group before. So to be able to come back and have some motivation, I guess I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder. It's nice to be able to kind of brush it off and add this to the mental piece.
We mentioned it. How many years did you actually take off before you came back? Because, you came back at WinStar and then started rolling the dice and won a couple more world championships, but you took a substantial amount of time off.
Yeah, there's a 10-year gap between my first and second world championship. I came second twice after in 07 and 08. And I went out and played on tour for the next 8 years.
Well, today, like I said, you looked calm, cool, collected. You showed why you're a 3-time world champion, and you showed why you were the favorite here to win today. Because we said we're in Vegas, we have $1,000 that we put our money on. No offense to Kanani,
No offense to any of them, but
the current world champ.
We
But you
both
weren't here
said
to
that we
compete.
would put our money on you. Very hard to pick against you in this sport.
Thanks.
But yeah, are you gonna? When's your next event?
I hope to hit in Denver. look, we've got to see how it goes. It's been such a long time since we competed, and I haven't put my body under the ringer for a long time, and so I'm going to be icing up tonight and trying not to hobble around tomorrow to watch the men hit.
Yeah, I said we got. It's nice. We said we got to see Maurice's back. There's a lot of people that are coming out now that that are extremely talented that have been the face of the sport for a really long time. I said, look at this guy. This
whatever.
guy, what a stud.
No.
But yeah, no. So Denver, we were just saying, I don't know. Do you have 3 balls over 400 or 4 balls over 400 in competition? Because I know that you went twice at Auction, and then did you go twice 400 in Denver?
Once in Denver, yeah, 406.
Yeah. So yeah, 406, 408, 413. That 413 ball, did you hit it good?
Yeah, I remember well.
But like I said, to have Phyllis out here again, it's fun to watch. Like for me, I'm so slow. I just rather just sit in the booth now and occasionally post a stupid video once or twice on lawn drivers or what have you. But I got some good videos of you today, and it's like I said, fun to see you in the winner's circle, and more importantly on the tee box and in front of greatness. So congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
All right, Phyllis Meddy, 3-time world champ, 2022 Diamond in the Desert Women's Division champion. We're back again tomorrow. The boys are going to be swinging away at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know how many sets I'm going to call, but by golly, I'm going to try my best. As the late, great Dick Sanford always said, good night, God bless, drive home safely. Phyllis Meddy, Jeff Gavin, they won today, world champions. All they do is win. Have a good night.
Not quite squaring up. They're going up.